Previously on Charlie and the Monster Factory.
All the room contains is a fish tank, housing a lone, seemingly unremarkable tuna. It stares straight forward, hovering eerily still. And the rest of you notice that Charlie's eyes have become blank, as he stands motionless in a sort of hypnotic trance.
This is Albert.
He's gonna try to start tuning in to the fish.
Tuning in.
How are we connected?
Give in, and you will find out. We're back. So, last time we left off, Charlie, I believe you were having words with a fish?
Yes, and if I remember properly, Albert Core, I believe?
Albert Jameson Core.
Jameson Core.
Esquire is...
The fourth.
Has just asked you to give in to learn the secrets. What secrets? Who's to say, Charlie? Are we gonna find out?
Yes, we are. Charlie is going to give in.
Okay, so go ahead and mark experience.
Oh boy.
So, just as a reminder to everyone, as part of Charlie's dark side, the keeper, that's me, can ask Charlie to do nasty things in accordance with the tags. Ooh. Which are, Charlie, will you remind everyone?
My tags are violent, soulless, and rage.
So some real good ones, real happy feelings.
So now, because you have given in, you still have access to your powers. If you attempt to override the sort of control now that you've been placed under, you'll lose your powers until the end of the hunt, basically. Okay. Or until you cave again.
If there was a situation to give in, I feel like in Fort Silacum with Hawk and Alex at the ready would probably be a good time to give in.
Okay. So you are giving in. So what does everyone else, realizing this is happening, look like getting into action?
What does it look like?
What does it look like? Yeah.
As Charlie starts to sort of give in, Charlie, you almost have this complete drain of all color in your face. And for everyone observing, you could see Charlie really focusing in on Albert and really trying to find that connection. And almost at the drop of a pin, Charlie's expression goes completely blank and his eyes kind of glaze over, and you can almost sense this sort of darkness, let's call it. It's not like you can see a black aura around him, but you get the feeling that there is something not right just all of a sudden.
Debbie's gonna run up to him and try to hold him if she can, and she's gonna reach into her tote bag that she has with her, because she always has a bag with her because she's a mom, and she's gonna take out her lavender essential oils and waft it towards him.
Okay.
Not only does it anger Charlie, it angers me on a personal level.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I want you to act under pressure then.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ooh. That is a 6. So,
okay, I would like to rip the pocket watch out of his hand, not only to see if it will take away some of his power, but also to get his attention off of his mother, who, even though we didn't explicitly say, don't worry about Charlie, we will handle it, probably in the background has told Debbie to stay seated and don't bring out the essential oils at any cost. I feel like it's a pretty explicit instruction that we should have given.
This is an emergency. She's seeing her
oh
son
my god!
Out. This is different. If, it's...
It's different. We all know.
different.
Look. We've had a lot of fun here today, making fun of essential oils. But when your child is overrun by demonic spirits, you know exactly who to call, and that is lavender essential oils.
Can we make a commercial for this? Like,
I really thought you were about to go Ghostbusters, because that felt like the obvious choice, but maybe that was too easy.
I mean,
don't
and
know.
clearly, lavender is the right choice if your
yeah.
son is dealing with violence, soullessness, and rage.
I
Clearly,
mean,
those are going to help.
lavender is the opposite of that. So,
Yeah, if he were like apathetic and sleepy, you might get some peppermint, but
right.
Okay. Anyways, I want to do that, and I think that would end up being help out.
yeah, I like that exactly. Or so we can call it either based on what you think you want to happen. You can protect Debbie because she's exposed herself to danger, or you can help her out to try to, I guess, get her out of there, or help her calm down Charlie, as it were.
Okay. Well.
You can make a case for either. It just kind of depends on what you want to do.
So in the context, in the narrative that we're doing, the original plan was for Hawk to pull the pocket watch out and Alex to magically restrain Charlie, right? But seeing Debbie walk in on this plan and get towards Charlie, I feel like Hawk would completely abandon the thought of the pocket watch, or maybe he wouldn't, but it wouldn't be his priority anymore. And so now I think he's going to try to tackle Debbie to the ground.
Could it be like as like Charlie's like slapping the thing out of her hand, and like as it's floating in the air, Hawk tackles her?
Yeah,
away?
like that's
Okay.
kind of the thought process, because I'm assuming it's getting bad.
Then yes, then that, because that's the direction we're going, I think this definitely falls under protect someone.
Well, and I think Alex is just looking for an opening to try to get that magic in there too, but there's too much going on right now.
Okay. Debbie kind of charges in, oils at the ready, and then Hawk, you spring to action.
And I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. Okay, so with a 9 on protecting someone, you protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So
No, that's fair.
I spill my essential oils on him. I think.
Oh, what about that
That's
harm?
guaranteed.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
so-
like $40 down the drain.
Yeah, so you're gonna take some damage, but I also want you to mark the smelly tag on your sheet. And if you don't already have that box on your sheet, just go ahead and pencil that in. Very smelly.
Now that there are essential oils all over me, I think that I should just check mark the box that's next to the word doomed underneath the left category.
It's not coming out of the leather. Yeah.
I mean, at least unstable.
Yeah. At least
but
there.
smells great, or at least like flowers.
So you leap to action pretty quickly, but it isn't quite quick enough to get all of the focus shifted from Debbie, but you do manage to kind of get yourself in between. So instead of Debbie taking the full brunt of what's about to happen, you'll both take a reduced amount. So Charlie, given that you're giving into your violence, your rage, your soullessness, what are you inclined to do now? Are you talking with magic?
I mean that's probably what he'd be using if he's being powered by the fish. So I think he's gonna start hexing some people.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So go ahead and give me a use magic roll.
And plus weird.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. How
So-
anticlimactic. With a 6? It's like normally when you fail, it's like, ooh, something's going to go really wrong. But now it's like, oh, you didn't hit me very well. That's nice.
If there were a time to... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Wait, did
Because-
I fail?
Does he get to
that a
mark
fail?
experience?
Yeah.
Because you're in such an unstable state, you're not really consciously in control of what you're doing. What is happening is not completely clear. There's this outside force that's almost working through you, and so you don't have the control that you would normally have when hexing. So go ahead and give me your effect and your glitch, and then I'll tell you the hard move that happens.
The effect, well, if he's trying to hurt, then probably suffer 2 harm, ignore damage, ignore armor.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. And the glitch, it has a problematic side effect.
I think this whole situation's a problematic side effect.
So Hawk, because you managed to get in the way, you're going to split that damage. So you'll each take one harm, ignore armor.
Okie dokes.
So
I think
Hawk and Debbie mark off a harm.
and I think with that, Alex has found an opening to try to magically restrain.
So
If that
yes.
works.
So yes, the problematic side effect, however, is that
Oh yeah.
Charlie, you, for all intents and purposes, blackout.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You are unconscious. You are no longer in control. This force has 100% overcome you.
Oh,
Oh, that's much worse than what I thought.
that is much worse than I thought. Yeah.
So
So, magically restrain, please. Can I do that now? Yeah?
you could certainly try.
Please.
I'm
restrain
certainly
me.
gonna try. Oh, come on. Roll the things. 8. Ooh.
And that is for use magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me your effect and your glitch.
I think some kind of transparent, light-ish chains kind of wrap around Charlie and just like they're not connected to anything. They just kind of like go into the ether. But
I fired the
as
tank.
for the glitch,
The tank explodes as it is no match
will
for
say
your
that,
literal gun.
you know what? Alex will take 1 harm, ignore armor.
Okay.
I think it was hard on Alex, and it kind of, picture anybody using telekinesis too hard, and the
Yeah.
little drip of blood comes out of the nose.
Yes. I also like the fact that because Charlie is so wildly out of control and you leap to, as soon as you get an opening to kind of go for it, you get some of like the residual blast.
Yeah.
And that kind of affects you as well. So yeah, go ahead and mark 1 harm.
Done.
So Charlie now no longer in control of his actions. He's got the chains on him, so he's a little bit trapped. Unfortunately, that's not going to prevent him from attempting to use magic. And what Charlie is going to do, because Charlie, you are no longer in control.
Oh, fuck.
Charlie
Well, bye, Eric.
is
Yep.
going to
Nice having you at the recording.
Nice playing with everyone. I'll go now.
Charlie is going to do a thing, which is to roll as soon as I can.
Do you want me to roll for you since I have it open?
Yeah, why not? Give me a roll plus
Weird.
plus weird.
Mm.
I
Great. There's the
11.
11.
This is what we wanted.
There it is.
You know, a success. This is awful.
So, like, the first one Charlie was holding back, and here, now, like, out of control, it's just the fish just using the magic at
Yes.
this point.
You're a wizard, Albert. I knew it.
It's Albus Dumbledore.
Albert
It's really-
Dumbledore.
Albert
Oh,
Dumbledore.
god damn it. Well, that's going on the t-shirts now.
So because Charlie has given in and is no longer in control, with an almost inhuman-like reflex, all this kind of happened at once, but through all of that, Charlie's focus locks in on Debbie.
Austin, are you the one moving in your chair while you're saying
Yeah,
things?
I can't, like, literally, I moved my leg, and, like...
When you say words, just don't move. But other than that, it'll be fine.
Here, this is so intense, I'm standing up.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Say it
He's like
again.
Matthew Mercer.
I don't know, I kind
I
of like
don't know.
Austin more. Austin doesn't wear weird bracelets. Yeah, fucking
That's
at
true.
me, Matt. I don't care. Let's start
That'd be
this
the best
beef.
publicity we could get.
Yeah, this
I'm
is the
down.
best publicity
real.
we can get. I'm gonna pick a fight with Matt Mercer just so we can get more more time in the spotlight.
Yeah, Matt, your voices are bad.
I hated Attack on Titan.
I played McCree once. It was a bad character. Hated
Critical
it.
Role, more like stupid.
Gangplank is my least favorite League of Legends champion. You
Hold on, where's IMDb?
No, dude's
Plays
been
Levi
in
in Critical Role, Levi in Attack on Titan, and Chrom in Fire Emblem.
and both Gangplank and Wolf in League of Legends.
But we're not here to talk about his accomplishments. We're here to talk about...
We're here to throw
I'm
down
here
the
to talk about
gauntlet.
his stupid fucking bracelet, because that's the only thing we have against him, I guess.
So, Charlie locks in on Debbie, and with this sort of dark glaze over his eyes and this intense focus, kind of flicks his wrist, even though they're chained to his sides, and is going to hex Debbie.
Oh, fuck.
Not Debbie.
So Debbie gets locked onto and sort of pushed back, and you are physically, very quickly and violently separated from Hawk, who had tackled you out of the way. And Hawk, you kind of reel back from this magic, and Debbie, you fly across the room and smack into the wall, and you take 2 harm.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say, well, gosh darn, Charlie, you didn't, sweetie, you need to find out how to handle your anger in a different way. I know it can be slightly annoying, but this really hurt.
She says as like blood starts dripping down the sides of her face. Right. Like that's 3 harm. That's really bad.
She's not angry, she's just disappointed.
Oh, shit, that's worse.
And with
Okay.
that, Charlie comes to his senses, and the monster is defeated. No.
Well, I got 2 options here, and I don't know which one to take. One of them's to just try to wrestle the pocket watch out of him. The other one's just to shoot the fish. And I'm really leaning towards shooting the fish in the face.
I mean, I think Alex is turning to the fish and trying to banish it. Just like, it doesn't matter where it goes, we just don't want it fucking here.
So
Okay.
let's do. Yeah, I think that this is kind of a simultaneous thing that Alex would try to banish the fish while Hawk wrestles the pocket watch out of Charlie's hand.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let's roll some weird, baby. Semi-high.
Okay, so you roll a 9. So you are attempting to banish a spirit or curse from the person, object, or place it inhabits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're taking the fish and moving it to another plane of existence, like the D&D kind of banish. You're trying to get whatever is inside Albert out. Basically, you're performing a rapid exorcism, we'll call it.
Exorcism?
Rapid.
Finsum.
Exorcism.
Yeah, there's something there. We'll workshop
You're
it.
performing an
rapid.
exorcism.
Yeah, well, no, it's okay. We'll edit a good joke in later. Don't worry about it right now.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
so your effect is banishment, rapid exorcism, and then your glitch is...
You know what? I'm going to leave it up to you. Problematic side effect. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
You can't see me, but I'm menacingly tapping my fingers together.
I don't think there's a way to tap your fingers together that's not menacing.
You know, I think you're right. I'm sitting here trying to find a way. I can't do it.
No. You just take one finger in each hand and you poke them together, both of your index fingers, like 2 dongs touching each other at the tips. It's less menacing depending on the
Like a sword fight?
situation. Yeah.
Are we talking about
Not that
penises or
anybody does
fingers?
that.
I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter. I'm editing this out.
What are fingers but penises of the hands?
What is a penis but a big old pelvic finger?
Finger.
Mine's more like a thumb, unfortunately. But
You should get a load of mine. Hey, everyone, what does your penis look like? This is.
if you were to compare your penis to any of your fingers, which one would it be?
This is for all the fans out there.
My pinky. Wah.
Wah, wah. There it is.
So we're having a very serious moment here, if you'll recall.
What better time for dick jokes?
I can think of several, actually. You have a problematic side effect. So you target this Albert, young Sir Albert Core, Albert Jameson Core, and with your cast of what does the banishment look like? Paint me a picture. Sorry, exorcism.
Yeah. You ever seen Doctor Strange where you punch the person, their soul comes out? Huh?
Okay.
I'll try to punch that fish. Punch the fish soul right out of that fish.
So, sorry, for the record, I want a clean audio take so I can clip this later. You would like to punch a fish.
Alex, I would like to punch that fish. That was like Alex Trebek, not
Yes.
Alex, my character. I did notice that.
All right, so you punch Albert in his dumb fish face, and as you do, the sort of like light encompasses your fist, and as you make contact with the fish and the kind of the water surrounding it and the tank that it's in, there's this almost like this burst of this shadowy light. It's almost smoky. It kind of pulses out the back and fizzles out into the air. And as you do, the fish, it stops its sort of weird hypnotic behavior and looks kind of alarmed that there's a fist in its tank and just kind of swims around. So as far as you can tell, it's just kind of a normal fish. The only problem is Charlie's expression and demeanor have not changed.
I just punched a fish for no reason.
Good. Then I'm going to wrench the pocket watch out of his hand, because I'm pretty sure that's what, I don't know, gives him his powers or something like that, which would be act under pressure?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, good, because I rolled a 12.
You do what you set out to do, and do it you do.
This pocket watch is
did it.
mine! I push him over.
I'm chained to a chair.
Yeah,
Nerd boy.
Basically you run up and you push him with your hand on the pocket watch, and like the pocket watch doesn't go anywhere, but Charlie, who's chained, just kind of flops over on his side and hits the ground. Yeah, you can kind of see that there's this shift in Charlie. Charlie, you now have control. You're still kind of under the dark influence, but you can kind of choose what you're going to do, and you start kind of struggling now that you realize the severity of the situation and you don't have complete laser evil focus on the situation.
Alex, go help Debbie. Debbie is hurt. I have Charlie. Go help Debbie.
Radio, Captain. Charlie goes to help. Or no, Charlie doesn't. Alex does, turns out. I have control over Alex, not Charlie.
There's a smoky essence coming from the fish. Has it coalesced into anything?
Hawk, you have a better look at it, and Charlie, you kind of know what's happening, although, I mean, in your state, you can't really verbalize it. The other two, you're kind of preoccupied. The smoke starts to fizzle out, and then it starts drifting out of the room, and once it's through the doorway, it seems to kind of scatter in different directions, but it all slowly makes its way as if it was pulled out of the room and into wherever it went.
I think as I see this happening, I was focused on Charlie, right? And then I see this weird smoke, and then I just look down at Charlie real fast and say, "Are you gonna be okay?"
I think so.
All right, bye. And then I go follow the smoke and see how far I can follow it before I
Do we want
lose
to keep
it.
it here?
The smoke?
Yeah. Do we want to prevent it from leaving?
Honestly, I have no idea what we would do with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned. I don't know if Charlie has some control back. I don't know if Charlie would try to trap the monster, but would that be counterproductive? Would that make things worse?
Austin, you said it would go and it's going in different directions?
Like, it kind of disperses. Like, it leaves the room, and then it
Like,
seems
poofs
to
out of
just kinda
existence,
drift
it doesn't, leave. It doesn't keep going in a specific direction as if it's being pulled towards something?
No, like, it leaves the room that that Alex banished it from, but it doesn't appear to... It's not like the smoke is like, that's the soul, it just kind of dissipates, as if there was a general darkness that's gone
Oh,
now.
so it's gone.
It's gone.
That
Okay.
is not the impression that I got.
Sorry, it definitely, left the room, but it didn't, go somewhere specifically.
I'd still follow it until that happened.
Okay, yeah. As you kind of get up and make your way out the door, you see that this sort of smoky, shadowy, whatever it is, starts to kind of dissipate. You assume that it's been removed from the room, and that's kind of it.
Whatever hold Charlie has on Debbie, he's releasing at this point. If she's pinned against the ground, he wants to let go of whatever effect he's using in order to do that. So that way she kind of just slides to the point, and then he's kind of struggling against the chains, but not in a aggressive kind of way, more in a frantic. He hurt his mom. He wants to seek medical attention for her.
Given your state now and the fact that Alex sort of banished this shadow out of the room, and subsequently the pocket watch has been removed and you've sort of regained some control, I think you are able to now come to your senses. You're still feeling very uneasy. Obviously, the stress of being in the situation, having hurt your mom, which you now realize the full severity of that situation, and the fact that, I mean, you were completely taken control of. It's not like that just washes away really quickly.
He's kind of on edge, a little like snappy, quick to anger.
There's still this like faint pain in your head that's similar to what you normally experience, but you are able now you have full control of your faculties now.
Am I still restrained?
Yes.
Okay.
I think while Alex is going to check on Debbie, Alex sees that Debbie is not in a good place with that 3 harm, and would like to try to use some magic to heal her a little bit.
All right.
Sure are an angel, Alex.
Yes, that is literally what I am.
Oh, I didn't even realize when I said that. Oh, I sure am funny.
Oh. Oh.
It's a 5.
That's
my goodness.
That's experience. I'll take it.
So what were you going for, huh?
No, this is a special move, isn't it? Lay on hands?
Oh, I do have lay on hands. I forgot. Let's edit this.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
lay on
Do that
hands.
then. On a miss, your aura causes them extra harm.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ow!
Are you unstable?
Oh, Alex, what you're doing is not helping.
I tried to lay on my hands, and I laid them
like
too hard, I
You're doing a
guess.
real shit job right now, Alex. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I did not mean to say that, but it hurts. It really hurts.
So
Oh.
as you sort of lay your hands on Debbie to try to banish or to heal these wounds, you're still kind of in a state from having dealt with a situation. Also, you're not healing Charlie, which is kind of your whole mission. So you don't quite lock in on what you need to do, and instead of removing the harm, you deal 1 harm, and that's magic ignore armor.
I'm so very sorry. Debbie,
Oh, it feels like my skin is a giant blister. I'm about to curse again.
So Debbie's unstable, right? Taking
Yeah,
that
she
4th
is.
harm?
Her nosebleed has like intensified, and it is Debbie. You're having trouble standing, much less verbalizing all the nasty things you feel like you can't say.
No, I'm not standing. Are you kidding me? She's on the ground.
Charlie is just frantic against his chains. He's trying to get out so hard.
oh, good, and Charlie still has remnants of anger due to, oh, that's fun. This is good for me.
And I see all this terribleness happening, and I am now going to take Debbie to the medical bay. Because we're in the Ghostbusters facility, so I don't have to get
Yes.
her all the way to a hospital.
No.
I just got to get her down the hall to where hopefully Nakoma Raymond is still there.
Having sort of, well, except for Alex, rectified the situation.
Yeah.
You are free to take Debbie to the medical bay. And as you kind of burst in, you kind of take Nakoma by surprise. He's like, "Oh my goodness. Hey, what's oh my is that blood? What happened?"
My son is an asshole.
Yep, that's right. Her son's an asshole. Can you fix her? Please fix her.
Okay, get her on the table. I'll get the supplies. And so she scrambles to put some gloves on and grabs a few things out of cabinets and hooks up some stuff. So as you gently transport her to her table, she gets a mask after she kind of wipes off some of the blood. She gets a mask over her face after sort of trying to clot the bleeding. Gets a mask so she can have oxygen. Starts taking her pulse, trying to get her vitals without causing too much harm, but at the same time with a little sense of urgency because clearly things are not super great. but she actually manages to stabilize, in a sense. So, Debbie, you can mark off unstable, but you are out of commission for a while. You're going to need to stay here.
Wow. Okay, well, you tell Charlie, Mr. Man in the Sky, that we're going to have a serious talk when he gets home. Yeah, about kindness and respecting his own mother who gave birth to him. And of all the people in that room that you could have done this to,
this again.
he targeted his mother. About everything I do for him, that child. I pay for his school, and I make his lunches, and I give him minutes.
I'm pretty sure Charlie's still tied to the chair.
Yeah, yeah, I like how in fiction, Charlie just knows all these things, as Debbie's saying in a totally different
He's
room.
like picturing with just like a disembodied like torso, just like waving a finger.
Well, did you leave Charlie in the other room, or did you sort of wheel him in after the fact?
It's between me and Alex.
I mean, I think Alex is just so shaken about trying to help, but not that, I don't know, Alex didn't do a whole lot.
Alex, let me go. I have to go see her. Let me go.
Alex, let's go.
Alright. Well, that was a lot easier. He's gonna try to sprint after where Hawk went.
Okay, so you managed to make it there after sort of the initial mess happened. So by the point that you get there, Debbie is on the table. She's got her mask on. She looks a little bit cleaner. She looks a little more under control. Yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. A sigh of relief comes, or a wave of relief goes over Charlie as he's kind of catching his breath from running down the hallway. Who is in the room? Is it just like a bunch of nurses?
It's just Nakoma.
Okay.
She's flying solo. It's not a huge. I mean, they have like a lot of good equipment because underground government monster hunting secret organization has decent supplies, but not exactly a ton of manpower or woman power. So
People power?
People power. The power of people. Yeah. So it's just Nakoma.
You'll ask a nurse for if there's like a food court or a vending machine nearby. Or anywhere in the port.
Well, no, this is a government sort of operation.
People work here, don't they?
Well, yeah, but
And people get hungry?
I could probably drum up some pudding or something. I don't know.
That would be lovely, thank you.
Okay, yeah, let me take a look. Hawk, you let me know if something changes here, okay?
All right, I will do that. Oh my.
And with that, she leaves to go on the quest for pudding.
So they don't have vending machines, but they have like pudding makers.
No, there's like a.
Is this
there's
all
probably
government?
there's probably like a cafeteria or something, or at
Okay.
least some sort of mess hall.
So like porridge for breakfast.
Most people have started bringing sandwiches and salads and things like that to work.
What's Debbie's favorite food?
Probably probably like, I don't know, shepherd's pie or something weird.
That would be weird.
Yeah. But, she also enjoys... Okay, this is hard for me because I have a lot of favorite foods, and I'm trying to think of, like, not my favorite foods, but other people's favorite foods. But I have loyalty to my favorite foods. Like, I want to say, like, Oreos, straight up. But I'm like, but is it really Debbie's favorite food?
You can inform your character's decisions.
I got it.
Orange slices.
Debbie wants Nutter Butters.
I think in order for Charlie to get some air and kind of distance himself from the situation, I think he probably wants to leave the fort to go get Nutter Butters.
Is everyone okay with that?
No, Charlie's gonna have to deal with his actions because I have something way more important to do.
Woo!
So, as Charlie's trying to leave, I'm gonna say, nope.
What, are you going to stop me like you did in there?
Not in the exact same fashion, but I am going to stop you, Mr. Spook-em-ups. Try to kill your mother, man. Look, I'm not good at insults. I just need you to sit down and wait here, and Alex is going to keep you under watch, and you can have a nice talk with your mother. It doesn't matter. You aren't going to leave here because I have to leave here and go do something real fast. After I come back, then you will be allowed to go take a walk. You're essentially grounded. I know I'm not your father, but I'm let's see, what you're on probation, I guess would be the word for it.
Are you my probation officer? Is this how this is gonna work now?
Yes, I am judge, jury, educationer, executioner, parole officer, whatever. I just need you to sit down.
Educationer. A bit of a chunk comes over Charlie, kind of like loosens up a little bit.
Yeah, look, man, most of this isn't your fault. Don't think that I'm blaming you, but don't blame me for taking a course of action that will keep more people safe, including yourself.
Just get her Nutter Butters while you're out.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get her Nutter Butters. She asked for them.
I thought she was unconscious. Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't know. Look, I mean,
like, she asked for them with, like, her body language.
Yeah,
You
look
know,
what she
like
was
one
wearing.
of those.
She's got one of those bracelets that tells people that you're allergic to penicillin, but it just says Nutter Butters, please.
Yeah, no, it's a straight up tramp stamp, and Hawk knows.
And it says, "Oh yeah, Nutter my butter."
no.
No, it doesn't.
Do not
I
resuscitate.
disallow that.
Also, Nutter Butters.
Let me get back into Hawk now. I'm not going to tell you exactly how I know that she likes Nutter Butters, because I don't think it is any of your business as a young man. I will now leave the room. Goodbye,
Can I
Charlie.
thank you for that mercy? Thank you so much for that mercy.
I have already left the room, and before I go get Nutter Butters, I'm going to go talk to Larry LaFleur, because he was running the tests during that time, and I want to see if he already has some results or not.
Okay, so you pass Nakoma on your way out. She's come back with a pudding. She's like, well, I hope she likes vanilla. I know not many people do.
Hey, you got any Nutter Butters? That's her favorite cookie. I mean, she's out cold, but like when she wakes up.
No, we got those like airline biscotti things that were left over. I'm pretty sure they're expired now. We don't have much, and you know that.
Fine, I'll put in a work order or whatever. PO for Nutter Butters. This is ridiculous for a government agency, and I just keep walking after that. Like I don't want a conversation.
Yeah, she just kind of dismisses your attitude as a result of everything that's happened. It doesn't really pay it any mind. So you go back into the observation room with Dr. Larry LaFleur, who is he looks really like he looks almost out of breath, like he's been stressed and he's kind of coming down off of it just with everything that sort of happened. He's slowly scribbling in his notebook, but he's since kind of given up trying to make extensive notes. He's more just processing what's happened. And you walk in, he kind of sits upright like he didn't expect anyone, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, Hawkins. Weird stuff, huh?"
Yeah, you get used to it. Not that you really get used to it, but you get used to it enough, I guess.
Listen, I know that I suggested that we do this, and I had no idea what would happen. I want to apologize.
Nah, dude, it's not on you. Look, what happened was bad, but it's not your fault for wanting to figure out what's going on with Charlie, just like it's not Charlie's fault that there are things, I guess, possessing him. Look, it comes down, it's the fault of the monsters or the demonic presence or whatever it is doing harm to people. So don't feel bad. You're helping us find answers.
Well, I appreciate that, and well, to that end, I feel like I have something for you. Now, this is just a theory. I've cross-referenced some of my notes and things I've observed in the past and texts I've studied. And he is, of course, referring to texts as, like, definite fictional works about cryptids that he has just taken as fact that, hey, turns out monsters do exist. But he's like, so, I'm worried, Hawk, that... Well, I'm worried that Albert isn't the only one. The connection I saw and the things that happened, they seem to correlate with a sort of, well, a hive mind of sorts, and I can't imagine that one fish was acting of its own accord to that degree of power.
Makes sense. So, like,
Now,
there's a source that are infecting our fish?
you know, I almost get the feeling that maybe it's being spread, maybe sort of vampirically, or let's call it a parasite. That feels more correct. Where the goal is to
Yeah, I was like, do these
expand.
fish grow fangs and bite each other?
No,
And
of course. I mean, you can look at the fish. It's just a fish. It clearly was being possessed, not physically changed in any aspect, but it certainly seems like this fish may not be the only one, and, well, if they had that kind of control over Charlie, then who knows what level of power or how far this parasite has spread. Again, I can't say conclusively, but none of what I observe seems to correlate with any of the, well, we'll call them the major cryptids.
Well, thanks, Doc. I'll figure out what to do from here. If you get any more updates or any more conclusive things or any ideas or leads or whatever, just hit me up. I guess I work
I'll
here.
be sure to go back and comb through my books. I feel so on edge. Do you have Nutter Butters by chance?
Nah, dude. Hold on. I will. Look, how long are you gonna be here tonight? Because I'm about to make a Nutter Butter run.
Actually, that would be great. I tell you what, I need to go back and grab a few more things, but I feel like I would be much more comfortable working here than elsewhere. So I'll meet you back here.
Yeah. I'll see you. I'll see you soon, and I'll have your cookies with you and everything. And then I'm gonna go. And then I'm gonna go get some cookies.
Hell yeah, you acquire cookies.
Also, I would also like to go to the store and I would like to buy tuna, and I will cook it just so I can feel better.
Nice.
So you're getting like you're not talking about a can of tuna. You're talking about like a tuna steak.
Yeah, like a tuna
Sear
steak.
that bad boy up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna walk in
Get some
and
tuna rolls.
yeah, I'm gonna toss some Nutter Butters into Gary LaFleur's office, and then I'm gonna, as I walk into the medical bay, I'm going to toss a pack at Charlie, because I'm guessing Debbie is still not awake yet, and then I'm going to sit down and eat my tuna and casually remark about how good Albert tastes.
So by this point, yeah, Dr. Gafleur is back, and he's kind of in his own little world. He's combing over all of his books. He's scribbling notes, scratching out things, tossing pieces of paper into the garbage, things like that. What are the rest of you doing? Obviously, Hawk, you've made your move, your power play.
We also need to go over what Charlie learned in his interaction with the fish, because none of us know anything about it.
Yeah. That was the deal. All that being said, the fish doesn't have to keep up its side of the deal.
So as you now have come back to your senses, you can sort of piece together what happened. The part where you lost complete control is a little fuzzy, but kind of the giving in and when you got the sense that, to parallel what Dr. Gafleur said, have you relayed this to everyone, Hawk? Or
Yeah, I think it would just come up in conversation as we went back and forth about what Charlie knows and what Dr. Gafleur knows. I think it'd just be a combo. So, we just gotta, I guess the first thing is to find the source of it. It seems to be traveling through waterways, right? So,
Yeah,
maybe
bouncing all over the place.
Right, it was in a tide pool. We found it in a fish. Where did we find the fish?
it was in like a sort of back like research lab area in the aquarium.
Yeah, it was somewhere else in the aquarium, but you seem to sense it everywhere, not just the zoo and the aquarium. So the source has to be coming from a centralized point for where probably all of Tacoma gets its water.
could it be a possible way that we could find any sort of reports of water attacks and see if they have any sort of general area where they intensify? Kind of like plot them out all over the map and see if there's like a place where they're more concentrated in. Maybe the attacks are more frequent closer to where they are located.
Like an epicenter of all of the attacks is probably where it would come from. I mean, there's... Hold on, Charlie. I'll be right back. Alex?
Yes?
I just need you to get your head in the game just a little bit while I'm gone. Right, just in case. Probably nothing will happen, but
I didn't mean to hurt her.
I know. Hey bud. I know you didn't. You did your best. Sometimes bad things happen. You will be okay, and she will be okay. And from here, we will make sure that things like that evil fish never hurt anybody ever again. I'm gonna go get some laptops so Charlie and I can do some research, and I'll be right back. Eat a Nutter Butter. You've never had one before. Here you go.
I will nutter this butter.
Yeah, sure. That's disgusting. All right. And I'm going to go get some laptops so that Charlie and I can do some research.
I mean, you work here, you know where to find them, so...
Yeah. I think what we're looking for... So we've talked about kind of what we're looking for. We want to find any and all reports. And I mean, I think we would have access to actual Ghostbusters reports because we're in their Wi-Fi system or whatever, or hardwired into it. Yeah, I mean, I would have the permission for sure. And so I'm probably doing that, and you may be looking over...
Mythology?
Well, yeah, maybe some mythology, or maybe just some stuff about parasites. Because we've talked about how it's parasitic.
Yeah, maybe I could study their behaviors, what parasite behaviors are for, like, reproducing.
Mm-hmm. And I've brought in, like, a cork board, and I'm, like, sticking with a map of Tacoma on it. I'm, like, sticking pins in any place that might possibly be related.
It's early in the morning, and Hawk, you haven't slept a wink. Feeling like you're so close to this important breakthrough on how to defeat the monster, and wanting to properly prepare for your upcoming stakeout, you have been at Fort Steilacoom all night, scouring various documents, reports, even internet forums. Being so fixated on all that's happened, you haven't even eaten, well, save for a few Nutter Butters. But just as you're about to give up for the night, you find a redacted file regarding the initial incident report on the first attack at Point Defiance. As you dig a little further, you find that the victim was not, in fact, an unfortunate tourist, but rather an employee at the Point Defiance Aquarium and Zoo. The incident was the result of a lab accident, covered up with the approval of Commander Pike, and facilitated by one Dr. Annie Barnes.